everybody. Good morning. Keep it going. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here with you today. If you notice in your program, I'm the activation portion of this 30 minutes. Which means I'm going to ask you to do something. Is that okay? That's something. Consent is important. You just say yes, y'all don't even know what you're going to do. My name is Trey Anthony. That's a great headshot. I really love that. Clay Williams. Sam, he's working on it. JK. Everyone say hi, Sam. I make choirs. That is my art form. I like to make pop-up choirs. I like people to sing together. So I'm going to teach you a song. Is that all right? Yeah. Some of the words that I repeat after me. I remember. I remember. I remember. Who I am. Those are all the words. It goes like this. I remember. I remember. I remember who I am. Try to make me say it. I remember. Again. I remember. And one more time. I remember. Who I am. Who I am. Sing it again. Say it. I remember. I remember who I am. Something. I believe that songs are tools, that we can use them to do something. When I wake up in the morning, I like to start with a little bit of Beyonce. This morning, it was Unique. Do you know what I'm saying? And it changed the physical chemistry happening in my body and allowed me to be present with you today. And so this song has two purposes. First, I want you to think about the words, I remember who I am, and I want you to invite that piece of yourself that is untouched, your light, your best self. I want you to invite that person into the room today. And the second thing that I want you to do is to play with your voice. Just play. Whatever third grade teacher told you you can or cannot sing, that doesn't matter in this moment. No one's listening to you. I just want you to use your voice. Connect with it this morning. You can sing high, you can sing low, you can sing a harmony, you can make up your own words and melody. I don't care. I just want you to take a couple of minutes for yourself. We're gonna sing this on a loop. I'll be here with you the whole time. Okay? Great, can you put your feet flat on the floor? And if you got stuff in your hands, you probably don't need it. And I'd like to invite people to take the palms of your palms. You can put them face up on your lap if you need a little energy today, or face down if you just want to feel a little more grounded. And when you're ready, just take a deep breath in and let it out. Another deep breath in and let it out. Sing with me, say, I remember. Again. I remember who I am. Sing it again, say, I remember. I remember. I remember who I am. Sing it again, say, I remember. I remember. Who I am. Everybody take another deep breath in, and let it out. That's it, another deep breath in, and let it out. Play even more. Oh, sing it with me, say I remember, I remember. Oh, I remember who I am. Oh, I remember who I am. That's it. Give it up for yourself. Welcome to Keynote. Welcome. Oh, he's going to teach you another one. Sing. We're going to do another one. The words are, repeat after me, I must tell of the goodness in my life. I must tell of the goodness in my life. I must tell of the goodness in my life. Okay, let's like this. I must tell of the goodness in my life. I must tell of the goodness in my life. Join me. All right, here we go. Say, I must tell of the goodness in my life. And then you say it again. You got it. Of the goodness in my life. So good. The last one is in parts. You have 3 options. You got high, medium, and low. The high part goes like this. I must tell of the goodness in my life. Church me, I was it you say. I must tell of the goodness in my life. Y'all sound good. We're gonna go in right. Okay, middle is you have this. I must tell of the goodness in my life. Charlie, the little ones, here we go. And 1. I must tell of the goodness in my life. So good. Little ones, you have this. I must tell of the goodness in my life. Try with me, lovers, I must tell of the, come on, in my life. Everyone together, I must tell. I must tell of the goodness in my life. From the top, here we go, say, I must tell. And then again, I must tell of the goodness in my, and then parts, I must tell of the goodness in my life. Stay minutes, since you've been telling me this for 5 minutes, can you please turn to a couple of people around you? Tell them about one good thing that's happening in your life right now. This first song I did not write. I remember it was written by a wonderful human. His name is Tony George. This last song was a modification of a gospel song by Kathy Taylor Brown. This one I wrote. I'm a composer, as it turns out. Yes. The words are Asada Shakur's. And it just says, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Repeat after me, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. And we all know that our chains are different. The things that bind us and hold us from achieving collective liberation, all of our work is different. But this song I love because it gives us a roadmap to how to be together, to how to live together. It goes like this. It's a call and response song. It says, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. So good, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. Okay, this is a trick. The second time through, because we have to end the phrase, we go, we must love and support each other, and then you say, we have nothing to lose but our chains. Let's try it. I say, we must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. You got it. Let's try it again. 1, 2, me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Oh, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Take it with me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Oh, it's our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our Say nothing to lose, nothing, nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing, nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing to lose. Oh, yeah, nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose, nothing to lose. Say it.
That was amazing. Can we just give it up? I cannot believe I have to talk to you all after that. So I will try to make it brief. I'm Shobha Kevin, video director.
We love you!
Where are my students? Are any of your volunteers?
Sorry, I'm on first.
So I am extremely excited to welcome the New York City Arts and Education Roundtable and the Face-to-Face Conference to our beautiful campus. Welcome. And it's so beautiful in the springtime, especially. So it's been a hard time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are, I've been on sabbatical, and it's so hard being alone at home. I'm in school full-time, that's why. I'm online. And I walked in today, and instantly, I haven't stopped smiling. right? Our community is so beautiful. And until you don't see everybody on a regular basis, sometimes you need that to remember. So make sure you uplift each other today, because it's a hard time. We're at a pivotal moment. A time when education, equity, and the transformative power of the arts are under scrutiny. Artists are being restricted, their voices muted, and their values questioned. Today, we gather here not just as artists and educators, but as community members, as citizens. We believe in the power of creative expression. At a time when some in our government are attempting to erase histories and devalue what makes us unique, our work can and should stand as resistance. Remember, we don't just teach theater, music, dance, or visual arts. We encourage dialogue through art, and art that shapes the world. We help people see themselves fully beyond limitation, and it's so important that we keep doing that. We help people see possibility. So let's be protectors of that possibility. As you move through this conference in person today and tomorrow, engaging in workshops and conversations, saying hello to old friends and making new friends, I encourage you to reflect on this question. What is one action you can take to ensure that the arts remain a powerful force for justice and for transformation? What is one thing you can do to protect that possibility? Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our plenary speaker. So clearly I'm shifting gears here. He is a poet, a playwright, an educator, an actor, producer, and director. His work explores the intersections of identity, language, cultures, and communities found in his personal life and beyond. His work includes Texlandia, a site-specific performance in a moving taxi that received a critic's pick from Time Out New York and the New York Times, and was recently recognized with an OB Special Citation Award. He's the founder of Oye Group, a nonprofit that serves as an incubator for artists, both native and immigrant to New York City. And I can go on and on with all the many awards and accolades he's received. But can we please give a New York City Arts and Education Roundtable welcome to Modesto, Flako, Jimenez.
There's a lot of people here. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. Troy, thank you for that, bro. Got me all activated. What the second activation was, I must tell of the goodness in my life. And that's why I'm here. First, I'm not good at text, so you're gonna have to mind me when I'm like, hold up, let me find that slide. I'm on the right slide, let's go, baby. I'm up here and I'm having a really, really, gratitude state moment of Sarah connecting me to arts and Roundtable and education and reminding me that y'all have blessed me already. Y'all have given me bags throughout the pandemic so I can figure things out and slow down. But the frantic moments of the pandemic made me forget the name. When I got on with you on the Zoom, Kimberly and Kenzie, that brought back the moment of care that you had provided for me when I was going through it, the pandemic, and trying to figure things out with the artists. So thank you. Good morning, Arts Familia. First, thank you to the Arts and Education team, Kimberly Oz and Kenzie Keck, for holding this space. To Sarah Margolis, yo, where you at, homie? Where you at? Love you, love you. Thank you for sharing space and theater with me. Yeah. To every teaching artist in this room, every cultural worker, educator, funder, community partner, shout out to Artub. Thank you for dreaming and for continuing to dream through the chaos. Yeah, let's get it. It is an honor to be here, not just to speak, but to listen and grow with you all. Before I begin, I want to honor that we are in Poetry Month, and for me that means returning to the voices that shape how I see myself, how I see you, and how I see the work that we do. Man, y'all getting me emotional. This is wow, a poem that still teaches me how to be. We're gonna learn with these slides. Theme for English B by Langston Hughes. You know, like, the instructor said, go home and write a page tonight, and let the page come out of you, then it will be true. I wonder if it's that simple. I am 22, colored, born in Winston-Salem. I went to school there, then Durham, then here to this college on the hill above Harlem. I am the only colored student in my class. The steps from the hill lead down into Harlem, through a park, then I cross St. Nicholas, 8th Avenue, 7th, and I come to the Y, the Harlem Branch Y, where I take the elevator up to the room, sit down, and write this page. And it is not easy to know what is true for you or me. At 22, my age, but I guess I am what I feel and see and hear. Harlem, I hear you. Hear you, hear me, we too, you, me, talk on this page. I hear you, New York too. Me who? Well, I like to eat, sleep, drink, and be in love. I like to work, read, learn, and understand life. I like a pipe for a Christmas present. Or a record, Betsy, Bob, or rock. I guess being colored doesn't make me not like the same things or other folks like, who are other races. So will my page be colored that I write? Being me, it will not be white, but it will be a part of you, instructor. You are white, yet a part of me, as I am a part of you. That's American. Sometimes perhaps you don't want to be a part of me, nor do I often want to be a part of you. But we are, and that's true. As I learn from you, I guess you learn from me. Although you're older and white and somewhat more free. This is my page for English B. Shout out to Langston Hughes, shout out to Harlem. I am still learning from the back of the classrooms, still learning from our mistakes, still learning from every young person I meet, every elder I hold space with, every artist I collaborate with, and later on, from one of you in this room. I'm from a community that raised me, stretched me, corrected me, and loved me the hard way. A community of hustlers sharing outdated tools, organizers, trappers, crackheads, poets, teachers, abuelas on the third floor window, dreamers, preachers, and those youth who are wiser beyond their years. I'm from Harmon and Knickerbocker. I'm from Bushwick. Man, y'all really got me in my bag right now, bro. Keep your tears inside. Those Bushwick streets that cracked me and never broke me, gave me time to breathe in those dark crevices, letting me receive real life with no filters. That community made me. I am here because someone like you gave me space to be. I am not a college graduate. I have none of those crazy academic things, but I'm about to work. Yeah, gave me that space to find that for myself. Space to figure it out, time to stumble and get back up, time to fail forward. The generosity of the people in the world, the people who said you don't have to be ready, you just have to be real. And in this moment, we find ourselves in a time and place that is not easy. This has happened before. I respect the slides. I'm here to remind you that James Baldwin once said to teachers, let's begin by saying that we are living through a very dangerous time. Everyone in this room is one way or another aware of that. We are in a revolutionary situation. No matter how unpopular that word has become in this country, the society in which we live is desperately menacing. Not by Khrushchev, but from within. To any citizen of this country who figures himself as responsible, and particularly those of you who deal with the minds and hearts of young people, must be prepared to go for broke. Or to put it in another way, you must understand that in the attempt to correct so many generations of bad faith and cruelty, when it is operating not only in the classroom but in society, you will be met with the most fantastic, the most brutal, and the most determined resistance. There is no point to pretending that this won't happen. Shout out to Baldwin. I say, let's aim it. Times are rough, budgets are slashed, people are burning out, communities are being displaced. Young people are navigating grief, isolation, and injustice every single day. But in the face of that, we don't give up. We do what artists do. Shout out to Troy, I love you, brother. What teachers do and community builders have always done, we lead with joy. We center care. We build community not as a reaction, but as a way forward. We ask, how do we fill each other's cups? How do we turn burnout into boldness? How do we create a future where the youth don't have to recover from the education system they grew up in? I am one host, right? I am still trying to figure it out. I am still a student of you. We do it by respecting what's already here. We do it by recognizing those infrastructures our elders and community members have built already. Trusting those trees, bam, slide. Trusting those trees they have planted. Take a closer look at each leaf. Keep watering those roots in your body. Slow down and breathe in your surrounding organizations. Some of the organizations in my neighborhood, like Mil Mundos, Latinos United, the multiple public libraries, Riseboro, the Senior Center providing health and wellness, Bushwick High School campus pushing academics, My Voice Theater paying them and giving them space to speak culture and climate. Shout out to Aguente's leadership programs, expanding learning, creating coalitions, focus on social and emotional work. Let's not forget their job readiness programs. I'm telling you, we have an endless list. The block has them. It might take a train, a bus, or a nice walk, but you're not alone. We're not alone here. Keep looking for those partners, those branches of collaboration. During the stillness of the pandemic, I became a tree, roots deep in my block, branches reaching for my people. I stopped chasing the wind and started listening to the soil. When OJ grew, a company I founded, I slowed to the rhythm of growth, not rushing to bloom on a stage, but tending to the roots, offering shade, fruit, and tools to those broken branches, growing beside me in the block. You know, now I'm gonna try to share some of those tools with you. I would love to share some of the fruits I gathered from Bushwick Community Tree during a chaotic time in all our lives. During the pandemic, we all got a chance to slow down. A forced slowdown. With time to pause, I look back and saw the canopy of all I've grown. I did not have that time before the pandemic. And what surprised me, what moved me was this. The joy of standing tall on the stage matched the joy of planting list poem workshops with my neighbors. Same joy, same cupful. Roots and branches feeding each other, really listening to the slowness of growth. Respecting it takes time. That reflection shifted everything. Theater for me became the fruit, not the seed, a celebration that blossoms after the slow, steady tending of community roots, not a one-day dropping, but a season-long relationship. And then the question grew from it. How do we nourish this soil and reallocate real resources, real capital? In 2020, I was deep in the development. It's like, bow, bow, bow. In 2020, I was deep in the development of Taxilandia, a project I created that grew out of my block in Bushwick. It looked like a theater piece from the outside, 3 audience members sit in the backseat of the car while I drive them through the neighborhood and I tell them stories of gentrification, colonialism, and changes. But the car ride was just a fruit. We had work to do. Now we gone. Some strides are out of order, so y'all gonna play with me. Y'all gonna follow me. I'm not tech. But y'all killing it though. Tech over there, shout out to Tech. Before anything could grow above ground, we had to tend to the soil. We hosted salons, each one a watering hole, bringing artists from different boroughs together to map our neighborhoods and share stories and tools. Yeah, see, slides, we got it. We planted seeds by collaborating with local graffiti artists on a community requested mural. The image wasn't ours, it came from the ground up from what people wanted to see. The mural that says Brooklyn is on Stanhope right next to a barbershop. We knocked on every door on that block and we asked them what they wanted. They said, we want all our flags. We turned neighborhood businesses into gallery spaces, curating poetry, video, and sound design from local voices. These weren't just passive backdrops. They were part of the living system. We paid the businesses, we fed the ecosystem, no free labor. It wasn't just a solo show, it was a full tribe. For people who couldn't come out during the pandemic or didn't feel safe next to people, we collaborated with my homie Andrew Kircher to create a solo text-based version of the piece. Something you could experience quietly walking the barrio in your way and on your time. I was trying to have people exercise. It's like, you need to leave your house. People who had no capital to take in the show, they could enjoy the free gallery or the text version. So you can still walk the neighborhood for more than an hour and a half, enjoying theater and enjoying your community artists. Now the branches of Taxilandia have reached new soil in San Diego, California, and in Anacostia, DC. We're not just transplanting our story, we are creating space for other artists to grow theirs. We're sharing tools, space, and capital, letting local voices take root and flourish. It's not about replicating a script, it's about nourishing the ground so new stories can rise from it. Every Taxilandia stop, if it's fully funded, means the neighborhood gets $250,000. It's not about Flako. While Taxilandia opened my eyes to what could grow beyond the proscenium, Mercedes pushed me even further off the stage entirely. It asked me to step back from the spotlight and let the work breathe without me at the center. That shit is hard for an actor, by the way. With Mercedes, I began breaking apart theater boxes altogether, challenging the templates we've inherited, keeping those that worked for me, and planting new ways for stories to take root. Messy, wild, and free. Mercedes, my grandmother. Vieja, tú te sabes, me tienen una nerviosidad de que hablando. Mercedes, my grandmother, is the root of everything I do, of everything I am. I was her caregiver. She had Alzheimer's. Watching her pass daily, talking to gone branches from the family tree, I acted using the only skills I knew. Bringing to life Tia Crodicida Floribunda, Abuela Cubana Negra. So we have work to do at OJ. Mercedes, the project, has become experiential and interactive. The Mercedes documentary aims to create a conversation around the mental and physical health needs of Latin communities and bring their stories to the forefront. The gallery exhibition brings viewers into a poetic, visually stunning recreation of the Bushwick home where I was raised by my grandmother Mercedes after I arrived from the Dominican Republic. The healing rooms are a series of free 2-hour workshops led by community artists to provide an opportunity to engage in self-care and creative expression with no experience needed, and receive a care package with art supplies and additional information regarding community resources. The Healing Room Tours, all 5 boroughs, the Healing Room Tours program collaborates with City Meals on Wheels, Musical Theater Factory, Dementia Springs, to deliver meals, music, and mental health resources to elders in New York City and at senior centers and homes when they can't come to the senior center anymore. The VR experience immerses its viewers in a multi-sensory medium with a poetic, visually stunning recreation of Mercedes Bushwick home. Viewers are invited to the journey through the material objects and psychic space of the home. Mercedes VR unlocks the capacity of this technology to amplify community outreach, spread the word about mental health resources for those struggling with the similar issues. And then this is just a personal shout out because these ladies are amazing. We bring a clinical team everywhere we go. We even got a full clinical team that goes to every stop. We got a chance to celebrate with the community at BAM this past December. And this is what it looks like to actually recreate an apartment and invite a senior center to come in and enjoy arts. We got a chance to celebrate with the community at BAM. We recreated the entire apartment and invited home to view documentary and experience the gallery and healing room in a theater setting. The stage play will happen at the Bushwick Star Theater in 2027. So that is the Mercedes world. We're doing the work right now till 2027, visiting a lot of senior centers and a lot of homes, making sure that we engage, we communicate, and make sure that we provide whatever tools. Personally, I'm an actor, right? So I'm not trying to give you dementia, I'm not that. So I bring in the professionals to make sure, right, building that tree and building that tribe. I don't do this alone. OJ Group is a small but mighty crew, roots deep, branches wide. Everything we build together. I wish I could have them up here right now, being like, all right, take the next one. Now I'm gonna go through this programming. Bear with me right now. This is something that I'm telling you, thank you, because I didn't even know I was doing all this shit. Thank you. Oh, my bad. Kids, my bad. OJ Group's programming, just so y'all can hear how it started from one program, really. The artists that needed a spot to write his poetry, the artists that wanted to like read books to kids, and then it grew to be this. So let's go through it. The Reading Corner, a quiet branch for the little ones. This free program is for children ages 5 to 10, where we read and talk through a children's book together. Born from the need to give parents a moment of breather through the pandemic, we keep light, accessible, and joyful. No book is needed, just show up, we'll give you the book, we got you. We partner with Perfect City to make this happen every month. The Poets Corner, a gathering for teens and adults. This free workshop is, almost forgot. The Poets Corner, a gathering for teens and adults. This free workshop is built to nurture emerging writers through structure, style, and emotional release. Every session births new work, and every workshop ends in an open mic where voices take flight. We've been running this program for 10 years. Shout out to Catherine and the Williamsburg Library. I had no money, and I'm like, I need a space so I can invite the youth from my neighborhood, because they're looking at me like a poet, and I didn't even know I was a poet, so now I'm thinking I gotta teach them something. So I want to teach them structure. And Catherine was like, we have no money, but we have downstairs and chairs. Shout out to those public libraries. The Building Corner, a sandbox for the builders of tomorrow. The kids ages 4 through 10, we dive into architecture and engineering from around the world through slideshows, videos, drawings, and hand-on creations. We explore how anything cardboard, bottle caps, tape can become art. This program came to us through an artist, Joey Weiss, who saw our work and wanted to add a branch to the tree. Again, not Flako, not me. This one is me. This is my love. This program was me, all of me. My first love was Shakespeare. A hood dude that got kicked out of his neighborhood. A hood dude that left his wife behind because he got kicked out of his neighborhood. A hood dude who his father was like, nah, I don't need you in school anymore. A hood dude who made up words and like made the upper class feel weird, but then he made them well, right? So that's Shakespeare. So it was like, how dare I not bring this back to the block so they can see themselves in these stories? So they can throw them to me, because it's a bad play, right? So I created Shake on the Block, a remix of the bar's work, the Bushwick-raised. Here, young writers adapt Shakespeare using slang, street talk, and modern storytelling. They learn the craft of theater from the ground up, acting, writing, staging, performance, and create brand new characters with classic roots. The program ends in a multimedia public performance, and every student leaves with a check and a pair of sneakers. Shout out to Art Hub for failing forward with us and creating that Poets Corner version of that video. We've been running Shake on the Block for a decade also. It's supported by foundations, city officials, and local leaders. I ain't gonna mention them all because there's too many of them, and this is not about just them. But shout out to them for giving us that back. Fresh Start, a program rooted in justice in partnership with Lumberyard. We've been running arts education workshops for incarcerated youth at Brentwood Detention Center since 2018. This grew from a 2017 collaboration. We saw the need and knew we couldn't let it be a one-off. Fresh Start is an ongoing program now. Those girls in that facility, I've been there since 2018. Some girls have over 10 pairs of sneakers because they've just been in the program. They leave the system, come back in the system, and are like, this is the one thing which is so weird to say it out loud, to have a little kid tell you, this is my one joyous moment when I'm in here. And it's like, yo, Brooklyn, I love you so much. You're in here. This is a girls' detention center, but you're like, no, I'm a boy, and they're going to respect me, and they're going to call me Brooklyn. And everyone's respecting Brooklyn in there, and Brooklyn has been in there for so long, and I'm like, how do I help her not come back into the system? Fresh Start gives them a space to breathe, memory, and repair. The Ultimate Series, a monthly musical showcase at PAC NYC, Palomar Center, bringing you la música de la gente curated with rhythm, love, and community in mind. Shout out to F2F for supporting us, giving us some of those artists. Ooh, that's good to know. So now I'm just gonna give you ghetto hors d'oeuvres real quick. This is a festival that I founded to make sure that we can start teaching the theater language to the local, because the gentrifier now is in the neighborhood and like he knows that language. So how do I put you both together in a plane? That's ghetto hors d'oeuvres. OJ Avant-Garde is the 10-minute festival. We're like, oh, you love ghetto hors d'oeuvres and now you know lights, you think, okay, come on. Try 10 minutes, let's go, let's play. OJ Avant-Garde. But then now if you love both of those, now you get your own slot. You want one catch a light for 2 months. During January, when all the world is coming in to see theater, we make sure that you have enough eyes on you for 2 months to put up your solo performance. So those are the 3 festivals that we curate to like bring you into the theater world. And then, you know, the one for the block. Doesn't need to be about you performing. He has a book bag, he has the Halloween costumes, he has everything you need before school starts. And we partner that with the Bushwick Star. Productions. At our core, OJ Group develops and produces theater rooted in Bushwick stories, amplifying the voices, struggles, joy, and rhythm of our people on stages to New York City and beyond. Because again, this work only happens if it's relational. We don't just make art, we grow ecosystems. So now I invite you all to think about the community as curriculum. We're not following old blueprints anymore. Forget the old templates, let's compost them. We're planting new seeds, new models that grow with the people, not over them. The best programming I've witnessed didn't sprout from the strategy decks or the boardroom. It grew from the stoop conversations, after-school discussions that sometimes led to fights, bodega check-ins, train rides, and those sacred moments before rehearsal when someone finally says what's sitting in their heart. These aren't just organizations, they're living organisms built from relationship, watered by trust. Each branch is someone showing up. Each root is a memory. Each leaf is a question we dare to ask together. This is how we reimagine arts and education, not as something imported or imposed, but as something that grew with us, amongst, beside us. The future isn't top down. We know that. That's why we're over here. It moves like roots on the ground, sideways, spiral, stretching towards care, towards longevity, towards a canopy that shelters us all. Now closing, cup of water for the road. I'm still a student. So as this conference unfolds through the workshops, the panels, the hallway check-ins, the elevator rides with the Art Familia, I invite you to hold on to these questions. What does your community tree look like? Who are you watering? How are you watering it? How are you filling your cup? And who are you making space for so they can fill theirs? I want to leave you with a short poem, you know, the poet, that I wrote for this moment. Untitled. No te olvides to fill the cup. We need you out here, resting. Before the build, we breathe. Before we teach, we tend. Before we lead, we listen. Hold it! The cup is cracked. Let it be. That's where the light gets in. Watch it caress the walls. Fill it with song. Shout out to Troy. With sweat, with stories of tenderness and vulnerability. Fill it with the youth who are already wise from years of translating, speaking old tongues, waiting for the light. Fill it with us, el profesor, la maestra, the org, all of us in this room. And when it overflows, let it spill. Let it ripple. Let it reach who needs it next. Thank you for listening, for showing up, for helping to grow something better in these New York City streets. I'm grateful to learn in this forest of care we're building together. Thank you for having me. Now, questions, right? Time for questions. If you want to ask a question, if not, we can keep going. Here we go. There we go. We got a team over here.
There's a hand up.
Great. We're going to do some microphone running. My colleague Alex and I.
Thank you. That was jam-packed. I know you only have a certain amount of time to present.
39 slides. I wasn't playing out here, and I don't even do tech.
Flako, you do tech. You do tech. I was just trying, you were saying a lot about like the projects that were you and were not you, and I know you had to move through that. I have two questions. One, I'm trying to make the connections from the tree of how Taxilandia ended up with all these other projects. Was it that you were performing and people approached you to partner on other projects?
No, I went and knocked on doors.
Okay, so you pursued all these partnerships.
Yep.
Wow, you got energy. Okay.
I don't have the infrastructure that they all have, so it's like really listening to the infrastructures that are already built. Like really, really listening and being like, I don't know how to I don't want to cook. So I know City Meals gives out food.
Right.
So let me just call them up. Hey, yo, I'm doing this workshop at this senior center. You got food? Dope. Oh, wait, and you also now got shelf life food? Dope. Okay, give me all of it.
You're very holistic. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you is the projects that you were talking about aren't you. Could you just spend like 30 seconds on like how those happened, and then I'm finished.
So the projects that I did not start out of the company, like the building corner, it was the pandemic, and this artist was really trying to figure out how to give back. So we just sat down and had a conversation, and it was like, okay, cool, I'll buy the supplies, you'll teach the workshop, and we'll wait for funding. But we know it's needed through the pandemic to give parents that weekend off and put the kid in front of a computer where like he's building, and we'll mail you the toolkit. And we were mailing toolkits to Mexico and like schools and stuff. Like the pandemic really blew the company up to create the building corner, the reading corner. The reading corner was with Perfect City. Shout out to Aaron Lansman and everyone at Perfect City. They brought that program. We're like, hey, we see you want to do like this thing about like kids reading. I'm like, yeah, bro, but I'm not good. My mouth crazy out here, and they're going to call HR quick. So he's like, oh, Jamari loves teaching kids. I'm like, oh, great, she's an actor, so she could read all these books and like play the characters. So now we just read books of color to like children. And that's so fire. I don't have to do it. Next question.
I have one over here.
When you talk about these partnerships and collaborations in terms of like kind of economic development, bringing money into your community, bringing in investment and growing the abundance in your community, who are the partners that you found who have the money? Like, who are the people who want to invest in that? Who are the folks that really want to invest in the localness, the community, that like super local, hyper intimate rate of return?
With Traxilandia, shout out to New York Theater Workshop, the Bushwick Star, the Tank. All those companies are theater companies. And I asked them the reality, like, hey, how do we create moments of turning businesses into galleries without asking the business to do anything or creating pollution of people inside their bit? So it was like long discussions with multiple arts organizations to understand it is not about the art, but about providing capital to that business so then the art can actually breathe in there for a local that is an artist that now can engage with that business and be like, yo, thank you. You did that for me. All we are is just capital providing to tell the business your rent is no longer that much for the month. And now you have less to worry about. Can we put a TV in here facing out so like that people could walk by your business? And we'll also add a business info like commercial so then people can hear what you're actually selling in here. So it's just like levels of really slowing down and really relationship building. We're like, yeah, we know this bodega don't give a about a play, right? So how do we make sure they open up a space for the local artist who still doesn't want to deal with a play but has a poem? Then I could hire the visual graphic designer to create something for that poem. And then they're all getting paid. So that is all capital from the $250,000, right? That goes to the local, not the guy in the car doing the play. So it's just making sure that that happens before the play. One more question, and then I'm going to read you some shit, and we out. All the way back there. They're making you walk. Get it. Thank y'all all for letting me be in my bag up here.
Hola. My name is Laura. It's so great to hear you talk and the way that you care for your community. It's just so beautiful. Getting a little emotional just because I'm a Latina, I'm a teaching artist. I work in nonprofit as well, and this is such a challenging time.
Puedes pegarte un chin más del micrófono para que te oiga.
Okay. And I just wonder how you take care of your heart, especially when...
Of my heart or my art?
Of your heart.
Which is my art.
Which is your art, yes, 100%. But I think, I'm a child migrant. I'm from Colombia. I came here very young. The arts saved me. And I think I came to be a teaching artist for those very reasons. I wanted to provide a space for kids like me to feel seen, to be heard, to find creativity. And in these really dark times, I just wonder how we can take care of ourselves to continue to show up for the communities and the people that we love. I'm asking you as someone who shows up to this space with so much vibrancy and love and joy.
Yeah, it's real. Like, you want your cup to be filled and not by just other people, but like, how do you fill your own cup, right? I go to therapy twice a week. Not just being honest. Like, that's part of, ain't no shame in that, bro. It's like, that's part of the cup filling. Like, everyone, there's a lot of hurt, so you gotta go somewhere to like let all that shit out and someone remind you that keep going, bro. Like, I go to therapy, right? And then I also like exercise when I can, when I have time. I have a notebook where I dump all the like extra shit, right? To not dump it on the next person next to me. So I'm constantly like trying to be aware of like, it is time for me to clock out and go be by myself and just fill out my notebook and color if I want. I don't color, but you know what I mean? Like drawing shitty drawings. Like there is no task. Those places are beautiful for the teaching artists, right? Because we're constantly guiding, giving tools, and it's like there's a moment just for you. Like, when is that just instrumental playing in the background for you to just breathe? When are you finding those moments that are like, what did the little you wanted? And not about capital, because 99-cent store has all the toys we wanted. When are you grabbing one of those toys and just playing with it? Like, don't let the constant deny your inner little child its toys. Like, I'm constantly feeding my inner ego quietly in my crib. Like, why not? You could still remind yourself that you're human, you care, and it's hurtful out here. Te quiero mucho, cuídate. Yeah, so now in the last few minutes, I'm going to come out here and we're going to connect, but branch to branch, root to root. And I would love it if you could turn to the person next or near to you right now. Look at them. Look at each other. It's happening. We all did this. Everybody that came up on this mic made you do something. So do it. Don't be trying to play me. If you're looking at me, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Find somebody, bro. For real, find somebody. Now that you have that person, now wait, hold up. Let me give you the prompt, bro. You found your person. I appreciate you. I want you to share a story of a teaching artist, a cultural worker, institution, nonprofit, or person who filled your cup. Let's start sharing those organizations that are just there, like they're supporting. You're supporting them, they're supporting you. Share that one story. Go off with each other. The person, the teaching artist. ¿Quién te llena tu vaso? Goodbye. Señoras y señores, my peoples, we are back. We are back. All right. Story building, all of that is beautiful. Let's go. They told me I got 5 minutes and I like respecting my time. Vámonos. Señoras y señores, mi gente, my peoples, if you could all look up here real quick. Yeah. Thank you for letting me breathe you. And thank you for letting me be here with you tonight. Tonight. Oh, you see, that's how nervous y'all got me up here, bro. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to be out here. I like talking to people. Please come talk to me. Let's continue the conversation. Thank you. Where's Sarah at? Thank you.